Hey, Clear to Land here. Hey friends, we're here at the Sunbelt Agricultural Expo today, and that's right by Spence Airport in Moultrie, Georgia. Would have been real fun to fly in here today. With a little bit more pre-flight planning, we could have done that, but sometimes it's just fun to drive. Maybe next year. We found some Prenoth and we found FAE. We're gonna come take a look at these beasts in here. They have this remote controlled cutter head on attachment. I guess that would be fun if you were on some real steep slopes or something like that. Quality equipment parts, okay. We've spoken with them before. Here we go. We got an ASV. Is this an RT50? Okay, this looks like a new model with powered by a Yanmar engine in there. Now that's a mulching head. Look at this thing, it's huge. Oh, here's the Prenoth Raptor 500. I suppose if you were storming the beaches at Normandy here and had some of those 10-foot high hedgerows to get down, this would do the job. No depth control on this cutter head. I don't even know if you need it. Just passing the John Deere with all the big tractors. Look how fun. So much fun. I ended up meeting a couple people and it's been good, getting a lot of really good information while I'm here. Talked with Quality Equipment in Florida who distribute Prenoth. And then I spoke with Briggs JCB in Tifton, Georgia for a few minutes. And so we're just kind of interviewing today Prenoth, FECON, Gyrotrack, FAE, all the big manufacturers, and why they think they've got the best equipment. Here is the FECON Bullhog. This is like last year's model, okay? But if you look at the front of the cutter head, we have these rings around it. You see those very predominantly on a lot of different style mulcher heads, specifically on the ones with the planer knives. The planer knives are those little tiny teeth that you see across the circumference of the actual drum. Now, the benefit of the bite limiter or these rings, these depth limiter, is that it allows the material to go up against the ring. The planer knife then comes down over the material and takes a predetermined bite. You also see other cutter heads that don't have this in there, which is maybe used for a different type of material, but this controls how much material is shaved off at an incremental time, which is very, very efficient in its ability to process material and the final product of the material. On the back we have a case pressure gauge, which is really nice. Beautiful red color. And here is the Black Hawk, which is like this year's model. It's the latest and greatest that FECON is putting out. Both of these have a max pressure, working pressure of 6,000 psi and operate in a flow range from 30 to 50 gallons a minute, and has a rotor speed of 2,400 RPM on the Black Hawk, but on the Bullhog it's 400 RPM less. So just keep that in mind for your application. These particular cutter heads are anywhere from 2,400 to 3,100 pounds and have various cutting widths. But FECON is really nice. They have a bolt-in wear-in liner. You can see the bolts on the inside. After a while, that needs to be replaced as the material goes and hits the inside of the casing. It needs to be replaced, which is really nice. Some manufacturers provide weld-in liners, and that's really not good. Here we are at Briggs JCB out of Tifton, Georgia, and we have here the machine will be running at Clear to Landscape, the ASV RT135 Forestry, the most powerful compact track loader on the market, pushing 132 horsepower out of the Cummins diesel at over 4,000 psi at 50 gallons a minute to the attachment. This machine gets the job done, and it gets it done efficiently. At a weighing over at 12,900 pounds, this machine only puts 4.6 psi on the ground. One of the most beautiful things that I love about this machine is the Max Series cab. Once you step into the machine, the visibility is really astounding. 360 degree like panoramic view, unlike anything on the market. The other amazing thing, look at the size of that window. It is ballistic grade. It would protect you from any kind of falling debris, trees, or anything that's kicked up from the mulching head. And not only that, the pressurization, which is second to none in the industry, has the best pressurization out there. At FAE here, and wow, I've been to a lot of different manufacturers, but I really am impressed. Right back here we got the two different styles of mulching heads. These two will mate up, the one in front and the one behind it will mate up directly to the ASV 135, which is what our application will be. This particular head has the depth limiter, or bite limiter is what they call it, with the knives on it. This one does not have a hood that can control and keep the material from being shot out into space. And what's unique about FAE is that from the manufacturer, they tune the hydraulic system to match the equipment. And that's a big deal when you're talking about being precise with the type of equipment that you're selling. The particular head back here is really unique because it has the door on the front. And the door can open and close either electro-hydraulically or just hydraulically, depending on the setup that you have for your machine, which keeps the material down on the ground. Also, what's unique about this machine is that it's open-faced, okay? So there's no rings on it. This takes a different type of bite than you would with the depth limiter. With an experienced operator, he was saying that this is going to be the head that you would really want, because you're going to have a lot more control with the door opening and closing. Well, folks, that's it. Such a great, fun time today at the Sunbelt Agricultural Expo, and we'll see some really cool equipment. Talk with FAE, talk with FECON, talk with Prenoth, and talk with several other manufacturers, Briggs, JCB, and Quality Equipment. All really great people. We'll see you next time.